Good day. My name is Tinashe Andre Makuramiti, and this is my MAST5112 Part 2 submission. So, this is the home screen already loading. This is the last book read, the author, and the number of pages and the genre. This is the total pages and the average pages. I'll be explaining everything one by one, starting from the top. So at the top of my page, I pretty much imported all the dependencies here. All the dependencies were installed, and here they are in the .json folder. Then if we make our way down here, you can see this constant genre list. This is pretty much all the genres that I received from my lecturer. I use this in the job in the picker that I will show shortly. Then this is my home screen. I have used a function, and to use this function I have installed the dependency for the navigation stack. So in here, as you can see, I've declared my constant variables, and if I scroll down, I've declared some other constant variables. These were used by the async storage, and if you scroll down here, you will see this is a calculation that I was trying to do for my total pages and average pages. This calculation unfortunately did not work, but this was my first attempt. And if I scroll down, I used the use effect, and this was my second attempt at calculating the total pages and average pages, but again, unfortunately, it didn't really work. And if you scroll down, you'll see this use effect. This use effect calls functions that I declared to help me retrieve information from the async storage, which I will show shortly. If we scroll down, also this fn calculate, again, I commented it out because it was not working. And then as you can see, this is a styles container with the logo for my app. The app is respectively called Shelf Love. If you scroll down, you can see this is mostly code that I did during part 1. Scroll down here again, the total and average are not working unfortunately, but my attempts were shown above. Then if I scroll down, as you can see here, this is the navigation. I installed this dependency, which allows me to use this navigation. This is for the enter book button, the history button, and the genre button. And I use touchable highlights as buttons. We scroll down, then we will enter the new enter screen. Let me just quickly demonstrate it working. If you press the enter button, it takes you to the enter screen. So if I continue scrolling further down, as you can see, I have declared some constant values. You can just quickly browse through them, and if you scroll down, you can see this constant value called fn save books info. So this is pretty much to save all the info here, for the please enter title, please enter author name, and so on and so forth. And then if you scroll down, you can see the constant fn get book info. So this pretty much utilizes a async storage where I can save the information for the person's that the person has typed in for the book, and then later on I'll use this save. I'll use it again at the top to retrieve it in the home screen. So if we scroll down here, as you can see, this is pretty much my code to make it look like this, and then I used a lot of styling, quite a bit of styling on this page. And then yeah, as you can see here, the on change and all this, the set text title, again, it helps me with async storage. So scrolling down, as you can see everything here, I use text inputs. Again, the text inputs are fully functional. You can type in anything here. I will demonstrate shortly. As we continue scrolling down, as you can see here, this is my code for the picker. So the picker code basically uses the code that I showed you in the constant for genre list. It selects the second item value and stores it inside the picker. Once the person has actually selected, it shows the value of the genre that they have selected. And yeah, as I continue to descend down, I will show you more of my code. This is the code that I used for my save button, this red button right here. Again, I used a style to make it look red and round. And then this on press is very important, as it is the one that actually allows my save button to work as the save button, which saves it on the async storage. So as I progress down, you can see that I've also utilized the same navigation techniques as on the home screen, and these navigation buttons do indeed still work, as well as my history and genre, which will be fully functional in part 3. History screen, again, I will obviously add to it during part 3. This is the genre screen, which will also be done in part 3. Then this was the create stack navigation and all the various screens right here. And then as I continue to scroll down, this is my style sheet. I won't go into too much detail here, it's kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, these are all my styles. Excuse me, let me just go to the bottom. So yeah, that is pretty much the explanation for all my code. All my code is fully functional, except the average and the total. Unfortunately, that is not working, but I did do my fair share of attempts and will try my best to get it functional for part 3. So this last part of the video, I will show you my app working, enter book screen fully working. So I will just use the example that I provided here. I did provide a hint for the user, so I'll just use the example provided for us conveniently. Let me quickly write the author's name. As you can see, everything here is working perfectly. A user can type in all the information that they need to type in, and then here's my picker. It is fully functional. You can scroll up and down and select your preferred genre. I just want to look for graphic novel here, graphic novel, and then save. As you can see, as soon as I save, it clears everything and brings it back to default. That means that it has now saved on the async storage. If we go back to home, as you can see, it didn't automatically change because there is a problem with the use effect. So typically when using a use effect, a person will need like a dependency in square brackets so that the program actually knows that something has changed. But unfortunately with mine, that dependency over here that I'm circling with the mouse wasn't working. Initially I wanted to use a count, but the count wasn't working. I ended up putting this get title in here just, you know, as a thing to fill in the space, but it did not work. Again, I will resolve this in part 3, but in the time being, if you make a small change, like as if I put the space and save, as you can see, it changes. So I just need to workshop this and get it working, but as for now, it does work. As you can see that I was able to save the information from the previous screen onto the async storage and retrieve it again here. A Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Jeff Kinney, 245 pages, graphic novel, and again, unfortunately this isn't working. I was able to take this number and put it here, but it would be redundant because it would just show the same number here. It wouldn't really add the total number of pages. It would just keep showing the number that was entered here on the screen in this text input, so I felt that it was redundant to include it here. So yeah, in total, this is my app. It is fully functional for the most part. I've put a lot of effort into it. It resembles the wireframes provided in part 1, and yeah, that's pretty much that. Thank you for watching the video, and yeah, see you in part 3, I guess.